configure IPv4 addresses on Cisco routers. On our topology, there is actually none. We haven't created any topology yet, so we need to create a new one now. What I need to do is I need to click browse and go back to projects and create a project inside the project folder. I already had a name on my clipboard, so I just copy and paste and I will click save. In your case, you might write it down. Save and click OK. Now I have a blank topology that I can work with. What I need to do is I need to drag and drop two switches. If I click this couple of icons here, I will get all the nodes that GNS offers. What I need in my case is this two routers, so I can do it one by one if I want to, yeah, like that, or I can just drag them at one time by holding shift and drag it. Then I will have the option that for me to how many nodes do I need. So if I click OK, I will have two more, which I really don't need, but that is how you can do it. Okay, let's just name our nodes, so R1 and R2. Okay, this is how you connect them together. You just take this, you click this icon here and you click on the router icon. You choose the port that you want to connect it from here, and you choose the port that you want to connect it to another router. Okay, once you have that, you can always play around here and change the font. I like to make it look good. It might take a couple of seconds, but it's not gonna, it will look good, so I like to do it that way. This is how I like it. You can do it the way you like. I like to make this white, so, and number 16 the font size. Once I have that, I will just put them on. Either I can do it individually or at one time. I will just put them together at one time, and if I want to do them individually, I can right click it and start, then go here, then start. But there's two steps that I have to do, but now I already just click here and automatically it started the routers for me. One more things that I can do while these routers are booting up is to put labels on the links. Yeah, so either I can do it manually, which is click here and write down G0/0 and drag it here, do the same here. Okay, I can do it that way, or I can just do it automatically by clicking here and it will just give me the name of the ports. Imagine having 15 routers and 5 switches. You will need this kind of function to do it automatically for you. I can console them in actually while they're booting up if I want to, by right clicking and console, and go here by right clicking and console it. But I would like to do it together at one time. So if I click it here, it will open my terminal software, which is Secure CRT, and as you can see, the routers are booting up and you see the version of the router, the software that I'm using, and it's good. The other one is booting at the same speed, so it might take about 30 to 40 seconds. It depends on the speed of your computer. In my case, it's not the fastest computer and it's not the slowest, so it's kind of in the middle, and it is booting up actually faster than I thought, so it's good. It's just building up the configuration, and after that we will just have initial configuration of our routers. After that, we don't need to configure any initial configuration. We will just go straight to the actual configuration that we need to do and do some verification as well. So let's just wait. Okay, our router is boot up. That's it. That's good. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we need to change these names to the names that we want. So we are in a privilege mode. We need to go to global configuration mode. Any configuration that you need to do, most of the configuration, you need to go to global configuration mode. We are in a global configuration mode. All these messages that you see are just the booting up process, and these are certification and all that, yeah, because these virtual routers I buy them, so they should be secure. Okay, so let's just go inside an interface and configure an IP address, because this lab's task is configuring IP address on the interfaces. Actually, let me go back and show you how the interfaces look like now without the IP address. So what you need to do is the way you see it is show IP interface. Actually, this is my favorite command, brief, because it shows you everything. Okay, if you have all the ports that you have, it should they should all be here, and the port that is connected to this other router, this port is gigabit Ethernet 0/0, and on the other side is the same port. And logically is the best way of naming your ports, because if you actually not naming it, but let's say I connect here 0/1 and here 0/3, that is not really good design. You should have it for just consistency, and it will make sense to you. Otherwise you will confuse yourself. Anyway, let's just go to do our configuration. So if you go to global configuration mode and go inside the interface gigabit 0/0, enter, and you start with the IP address. So IP address, and let's just give an IP address 192.168.12. I got the 1.2 because I have router 1 and router 2, so I just put them together. And let me give router 1 and give the default subnet mask of class C, which is 0. So enter, and I will just put no shutdown. That interface should be up. Okay, so that is good. It's up. Protocol is up. Okay, let me go to the other side of the configuration. I am in router 2 now. I'm here. Yeah, I've done this already, so I'm there. Okay, let's go back to the configuration and configure it. So config T, and let me just change the host name first so we can have that consistency. Let's go inside the interface gigabit 0/0 and IP address 192.168.12.255.255.255.0. enter, and make sure that you bring the port up by writing down no shutdown. Okay, once you have that, if you go to your privilege mode, go back and show IP interface brief. Okay, you can see that your interface is up. You have IP address and the states, the protocol, everything is up. So if you go to R1 as well and do the same configuration, show IP interface brief, and you can see that the protocol is up, the IP address is assigned there. So let's ping R. Why didn't we do this? R1. Okay, so I have to do this as, yeah, I like that consistency. So let me ping R2. So 192.168.12.2. we should be able to ping it. Yeah, first bucket dropped. That's ARP working, but yeah, nevertheless that is working fine. We have 5 successes. Let's go to the other side and ping 192.168.12.1. remember, I'm here, so I'm pinging this way. I did had a success this way, so let me see if I can have a success on the other side. So we will have a two-way communication. That is success, so I was expecting that. Okay, what we can do is one more command, show IP interface gigabit 0/0. Okay, so you can see this interface, the IP address is being given and the line protocol is up. That is all you need to know for this lab. All this other information is for other labs. So that's all about it. Thanks for watching.